When Barack Obama was inaugurated, this was the scene. A sea of people stood outside, braving frigid temperatures, witnessing the promise of a new president with a 67% approval rating. A year later, the Obama administration faces a much cooler voter public to the direction of the country.
We're living definitely in a super dynamic, fluid, and angry political time, I think, right now.
And now the president finds himself in the same position he found the economy a year ago.
We are in a very difficult spot.
The latest USA Today Gallup poll puts President Obama standing at 50%, lower than any post-World War II president starting his second year in office except Ronald Reagan, who was at 49%. And this week, the president's vulnerabilities showed in Massachusetts, where a virtually unknown Republican candidate came from behind and won a U.S. Senate seat that was held by a Democrat for almost 40 years. President Obama's campaigning didn't seem to make much of a difference. Scott Brown's supporters chanted 41, signifying the end of a Democratic supermajority in Congress.
And every day I hold this office, I will give all that is in me to serve you well and make you proud.
Voters are now gauging the president's pledges from the campaign trail to what he's delivered. Independents and conservatives are hammering him on what they see as failures, which could include the president's big plans on health care reform.
So I think that we'll be seeing a lot of talk about fiscal responsibility from the Democrats over the next year. The question is anyone going to believe them?
The president is also turning to a more populist agenda to shift voter attitudes. He's turning the screws on companies he doesn't feel are paying their fair share in taxes.
By issuing this directive, all of us in Washington will be required to be more responsible stewards of your tax dollars.
Democrats will also re-strategize. Media have speculated on whether the Obama administration will take a more combative tone against Republicans or a softer attitude of empathy to pander to upset voters. Experts say that the changes in the political landscape will influence President Obama's direction in 2010. All eyes and ears will be with the president when he delivers his State of the Union address next week. Americans are slowly showing they don't like what they see, and they hope the president is listening. For PressTV, Colin Campbell,